Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Further Beyond Gaming, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Now in today's video, I wanted to take the opportunity to speak about whether you should be going for the Staff of Homa, or if you should be going for C1 or Constellation 1 on your Hu Tao. In the video, I'm going to go into the details on why I believe you should pick one or the other, and which is going to be more beneficial on your Hu Tao in the long run. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Now, before we deep dive into what I believe will be the most beneficial for your Hu Tao in the long run, I feel as if it's very important to get a full understanding of how these banners work in Genshin Impact. So with the banners, you'll have your up drop rate character event wish banner, which will feature Hu Tao and usually some other 4 stars alongside her. And then you'll have a weapon banner, which will feature 2 5 stars as the up drop rate and other 4-star weapons as well. Now, a key thing to note is that with the character event wish banner, after a certain amount of pulls, there is a pity system where you are guaranteed that character. Now with the weapon banner, it's a little bit different to where you have like I mentioned, 2 5 stars as the up drop rate. After a certain amount of pulls, there is a pity system to where you have a 50-50 chance to get either weapon. Now this is a key thing to note because alongside the Staff of Homa, we believe is going to be the Wolf's Gravestone. You have to keep in mind that the pity system will kick in, but there is a great chance, and I've seen this before, this is why they say that weapon banners are brutal and a trap and you probably shouldn't pull on them, is because you have the opportunity to pull 5 Wolf Gravestones before you pull 1 single Staff of Homa. This is something that's very important, and I believe you have to keep in mind when we talk about what will be the most beneficial for your Hu Tao. Now that we have a full understanding of how the banners work, and as great as I think C1 or Constellation 1 is for Hu Tao, and I think it's absolutely fantastic, I believe the Staff of Homa is going to be better than C1 in the long run just because of what it provides in its kit for Hu Tao. It was literally tailor-made for her because of the passive ability where the HP is increased by 20%, additionally provides an attack bonus based on 0.8% of the wielder's max HP. When the wielder's HP is less than 50%, this attack bonus is increased by an additional 1% of max HP. That passive ability for Hu Tao is so incredibly beneficial that I think in the long run, it's going to allow her to hit harder, be tankier, and be a better Hu Tao overall than C1 will do, as great as I think C1 is. But once again, what you have to do is you have to ask yourself, what am I capable of doing? Do I want to go for something that is guaranteed? Or do I want to test my luck and see if I get lucky and try and obtain something that is going to be more beneficial for my character in the long run? That's something that you have to ask yourself because, like I mentioned earlier, the Staff of Homa, if you pull on that weapon banner, is not going to be guaranteed for you. Also, something else to take into consideration is that second weapon that will be accompanying the Staff of Homa on that weapon banner, which we believe is going to be the Wolf Gravestone. You have to ask yourself, would you be okay pulling that weapon as well, because there's a good chance that you will. That's something to take into consideration and something to think about, because if you are okay with pulling that weapon, which by the way, that weapon is absolutely fantastic. If you do not know, the Wolf Gravestone is a fantastic claymore to go ahead and use with any of your claymore users because of the passive ability. It's a very good supporting weapon for the rest of your team to allow them to hit harder. So you have to ask yourself, would you be okay pulling that weapon? And if so, then the weapon banner has value to you outside of the Staff of Homa. At the end of the day, it's up to you to decide on what you want to go for or what you have the means for going for. A lot of times when it comes to characters, I don't recommend going for constellations, and the weapon banner is a bit of a trap and something that you have to be careful pulling on because there is no guarantee that you're going to get that weapon. I hope in the future that they revise the weapon banner and do something different to where it may be just that one weapon that has the up drop rate, or they just revamp it in some way just because of how finicky it is and how non-guaranteed and the horror stories I've heard behind it. But nonetheless, guys, it's up to you. It's your account. You do what you want to do. I'm just here to provide you the best unbiased advice that I can possibly provide you, give you the honest truth on what I think and my honest truth on this one is that the Staff of Homa in the long run is going to be the most beneficial for your Hu Tao, but you have to have the understanding that you're not guaranteed to get that weapon. So you have to be cautious, and you have to be okay with getting the Wolf Gravestone instead if you do not pull the Staff of Homa. If those things are not okay with you, then you may just want to reconsider. If you feel safer going for the guaranteed character and the C1, then by all means go for it. I don't recommend going for the constellations, and C1 is great, but I don't think it's 100% necessary. At the end of the day, it's up to you to decide. Nonetheless, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was beneficial in some way, and I hope you guys did get something from it if you were on the fence. I know a lot of people did not know what they wanted to do or what they should do. So I hope this just gave you information on which way you might want to go. Either way, guys, you have plenty of time to think about it. You have plenty of time to save up your primos, and hopefully whatever you guys go for, you get exactly what you want. I give you guys my best wishes and luck, and I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.